Alright guys, now in the previous videos we have created the bind TCP shellcode and the reverse TCP shellcode, but we did not test that shellcode. In this video we are going to do that. The reason because the reason I did not test that shellcode in the previous videos is the video's length exceeded more than 25 minutes. I didn't even 30 minutes, and the bind TCP shellcode is almost 50 minutes video, and I thought to keep this shellcode testing as a separate video. So let's get started. We have this one. This is the bind TCP shellcode, and this one is reverse TCP binary. Now we are going to extract the shellcode from these two binaries. So I have already told you how to extract a shellcode from the binary using the C program template. Now let me list the files, and then so this is the object dump command to extract the only shellcode from that binary. So let me copy this and paste it in here, and now we are going to change this program to our binary, right? So it's in our parent directory, and this is shell, right? So guys, this is our shellcode for the bind TCP shellcode, bind TCP. So as you can see, this kind of similar output when you execute the MSF Venom command, right? Now let's copy this one. I think I have copied. Okay, let's copy this one, and we are going to paste it in our C template. I have already told you this guys in the previous videos. Make sure you have followed that everything. Now I am going to paste it in here. So at the end I am going to put the semicolon. Now let's save this, and now I am going to compile this using GCC compiler. So let's say output as shell, and then we need to disable some security mitigations like executing stack and stack overflow protections, and we also should compile as 32-bit binary, right? So since it's warning, we just ignore it. Now we going to run this binary. So as you can see guys, our shellcode length is 129 bytes. Now our bind TCP shellcode is being executed, and we need to connect to it using the netcat. Remember the IP address given in the our code, that is 127.1.1.1, and the port number is 1337, right? And we can say connection succeeded. Let's type some commands to check whether we got the shell or not. So our bind TCP shellcode has been successfully executed. Now let's check the same for this reverse TCP binary. So let me change this to temp. So we have got the shellcode for the reverse TCP binary. Now let us paste it in this place instead of this bind TCP shellcode. I'm going to click the paste and put the semicolon at the end. Now I'm going to save this file and I'm going to compare this one with GCC, and the output will be the same file name shell, right? Before that, to catch a reverse shell, we need to set up a listener. We will set up using netcat. And if you remember, the reverse shell going to connect to 127.1.1.1 and 1337. So we go on listening, and if any connection errors, we will catch it in here. So now let's execute our binary. So I think we got our shell. PWD, yes, we got our shell successfully. So in this way, you can just extract the shellcode from a binary after you have compared with NASM and LD, and then you paste it in the C program shell skeleton or template, and you can just compare with these security mitigations off.